Hello everyone, I want to say first of all, I'm so sorry for not posting. I got super sick and injured. I was actually in the ER. Not related to horses, just related to my chronic illness. So yeah, this is going to be the welcome to my channel for 2026. In this I'm going to talk about my goals and stuff like that. For those of you who don't know, I am chronically ill. I have stuff like EDS and a lot of things that come along with that. So hence the being chronically ill part. And yeah, we can get into my goals. I'm going to be telling you them while I am hacking out on my pony, so let's head on over to that. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I am here on Cav. We're taking a nice long walk warm-up on the hills before I ride, and I figured this would be a good time to record my 2026 channel intro. So for my channel intros, I normally have them just being a descriptor of my goals, and I'll give you a brief overview while I'm on the horse, and then I'll probably go back home and go more in depth into it. So to start, I am going to be focusing mostly on eventing. I hopefully will be doing some dressage shows, but that all does depend on money, of course. We have jumped some of like the novice things out here and a few training jumps. So, and that's going good. We've also done novice and training stadium, and that's also been going pretty well. Unfortunately, I don't have anyone to take videos for me, so I don't, have any videos of that. You'll just have to take my word for it. The goal is to come out, start at novice, do a couple at novice, then move up to training. And yeah, we might be looking at modified and potentially a 1-star at the very, very end of the season. But of course, that's very dependent on how the season goes. I mean, that's 10 months out about from the date I'm recording this. So, that's gonna be what it's gonna be. If we've money, we're gonna go to a dressage show and, well, a few, hopefully, and maybe start getting some scores towards our bronze, because I would also like to earn my bronze on him. And yeah, it's gonna be an exciting season, and of course it's all very dependent on if I get injured or if we have a setback. But I think it's important to have goals. So my pretty steady goal, like the one that I'm very sure I can accomplish, is to run a training. And I'm pretty sure I'll be able to accomplish that. The push goal is modified / a 1-star, but once again, that is a push goal, so we shall see. And yeah, we're doing good in our dressage, and I'm hopeful to also get some scores towards my bronze, though that is not going to be the main focus of this year. The main focus is going to be the eventing. We will probably do very little show jump because, once again, I do not have infinite money and horse shows are expensive. So we're gonna try and stick mostly with eventing. And it's definitely what he seems to prefer. So the first show we're looking at is actually in February, and we'll have to travel quite far for that one. So that'll be fun. And it's end of February, and once again, we did a novice dressage test and we got mid-30s, so not bad for our first pass at it. And I also just learned it, rode it once the day before, so not bad straight out the gate, no practice. And I mean, I've been jumping all the novice fences around here and some of the training, and I've been doing a whole bunch of hill work, even though it's January and that's crazy, but I'm gonna take advantage of it. And the dressage, is pretty stable, I would say. We'll have to see when we get out there. The first show, he always tends to be anxious, and I'm always anxious. So it'll be interesting to see how the first show goes. I'm expecting a subpar dressage score. Not like 40s, but subpar for what I expect and what I know we can do. But I am expecting that we are going to go clean and clear cross country and show jump, because even with some minor anxieties, those are his preferred phases, so we should be fine. And yeah, there's a clinic coming up and I'm going to be in the novice group for that. So we'll see how that goes and kind of see what he thinks and, you know, what we need to work on. We're still working on that goddamn lead change. We're getting it in the dressage. I'd like to get it more consistently in the show jump and on the cross country, because I think that's going to be a pretty big factor in going clean, is not counter cantering, or God forbid cross cantering to a fence. And, you know, having to trot to swap the lead is just, it takes a lot of time, and it can kind of throw us off our rhythm occasionally. So that's not great. My trainer is helping me out with that, and we're really hopeful. But, you know, it's just, he's a sensitive guy, and I don't ask right. I kind of ask like 70% correctly, I would say. And he goes, I don't, and he gives me like, you know, 70%, because that's what I put in. And so we normally will only get the front, or we'll get the front and it'll be like, you know, a couple strides, then we'll get the hinds. But, you know, I just need to get better at asking more consistently, and that's gonna kind of be the theme of this year, I believe. It's going to be, okay, how can I ask more consistently? How can I prepare my horse better and just set him up better? Because pretty much anytime there's an issue, it's my fault. And I think it's a blessing to have a horse that I can go, okay, that didn't go right. What did I do wrong? So I'm really grateful for that. But I think if we can get this lead change down, then I think we'll be in really good shape for this show season. And yeah, I mean, I'm nervous because I'm kind of staring down the barrel of it, and I'm like, oh crap, that's a lot of shows. And if I want to move up, there's a good amount of work still to be done, but I'm more than prepared to do that. I also may end up showing other people's horses, because I do ride and I do train other people's horses as well. I do not show that on my channel because it's focused on me and my riding skills, but also I'm not going to ask them for permission to share their horses on social media for the most part, and I don't want to put a horse on social media unless I get someone's approval. And yeah, so I may end up showing other horses, but I doubt I'll be posting videos of of me showing them. I mean, if the person says absolutely go for it, maybe, but you know, not my horse, so don't want to step on any toes or anything like that. But I do appreciate and am so grateful for the ability to work with so many different horses, because it's made me a much better and more consistent rider on my pony. So yeah, we're just finishing our walk warm-up on the hills, and then we're gonna do some pretty stretchy work as well, because we have Cairo in a few hours. So yeah, I mean, I'm gonna keep you guys updated. I'm super psyched for this season. So if you want to see me potentially hit the FEIs this year, subscribe down below. If you have any questions, comment them down below. And if you like this video, leave a like. And yeah, remember, the world is dangerous, so don't die out there.